And it's time for my featured artist of the week, the awesome, the amazing, the Scottish Widows. Hi guys, how you doing? So, can you introduce yourselves?
Rizzo on guitar, Al Russo on bass, and Mikey V on drums.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Eric on vocals, Al on bass,
David
Carl
Lee,
on guitar, and Mikey on drums.
David Lee grew up on vocals. You have Ludwig von Beethoven on I don't know what I'm doing.
We're trying to replace them with 4 new guys.
4 new guys. So I saw from your bio that you're not quite spring chickens. I thought is what you said. So you're obviously an older band.
Yes.
Before
Years ago, we used to be the Backstreet Boys.
No, we're definitely not the new kids on the block. That's for sure.
We bring the experience to the table, Ken.
Oh, stop. Well, you know, Ken, I gotta tell you, we definitely bring experience and a wide variety of wisdom to the table, Ken.
And now a word from our sponsors.
We've been doing this a long time.
You suffer from rectal itching. I know I do.
Just figure on 4 50-year-olds who still haven't grown up yet.
That's it.
There you go.
You know what it's like, Ken? When you got a desire to do something, you just can't stop. And I don't know if you saw from our bio, when we started the band was a copy band. And the more and more we played out and more, bands we saw and came in contact with, once we started seeing the original scene, we looked at ourselves and said, hey, we could be doing this and we could be doing it a lot better. And that's what made us make the switch over.
By the way, this is Mikey's second job. He sells used cars. Here's a bridge I'd like to sell you. You can hate me right now.
So let's have a listen to one of your tracks. So the first one is called "Threw It All Away." What's this one about?
Oh boy, "Threw It All Away." "Threw It All Away" was, I like when I write lyrics. I like to write from a perspective of not necessarily everything that's rosy and sweet is easy, but usually, like I would say, 80% of the people that I know who's going through a divorce. Who's going through a bad time? So we kind of like it's more interesting to write about the reality of things. And "Threw It All Away" was kind of just a relationship gone bad. That could be a relationship between guy and a girl and a guy and a guy, girl and a girl, mother, father, daughter, and it was just kind of the first line says, "Oh, you're taking our time together and you threw it all away." And that's really what it was. I came out of a 10-year relationship that was, everything was great, and then all of a sudden got sold out for no effort, almost like we never got together in the first place. It just kind of flushed it. So I had that in my head when I wrote the song. It just kind of dictated it.
1, 2, You're taking our time together.
What an awesome track that is. That's Through It All Away from the Scottish Widows, my featured artists of the week, who are live with me on air. So that's a real kicking track, that one.
Thank you.
Funny story Ken, real funny story behind that one real quick.
Here it comes.
When we were in the recording studio recording, that was a track that was actually...
We almost threw it all away.
Yeah. We threw it up in the air and we didn't know if we were going to record it or not.
That was like something I put together in like 2 seconds, and I wasn't sure it was going to cut it or not.
No, I think your words were, that's not going to be a good song. That's a terrible song. Terrible. I said, play it again. Play it again.
But we love vocals on it.
So we kept it, and
Brilliant.
the rest is what what you're hearing now.
So where did you get the name from, Scottish Widows? Because you know it's an insurance company in the UK, don't you?
That's where we got the name from.
Really?
It helps when one of your band members is in finance.
Back in 2010, when Paul and I, were getting the band together, we were sitting around a table, the 4 original members, and we were kicking around what should we name the band. So I came down with a list of about 75 names and going through them all, no, and I saw an article that day, and it was about the Scottish Widows Finance Company, and I says,
wow.
Okay, Scottish Widows, and everybody around the table went, that's a great name.
Well, not everybody. I loved it. Mikey loved it. Paul and Ringo hated it. We threw them out.
I wanted to change the name to Lithuanian Hermaphrodites, but they didn't go for it.
So, yeah, it is. We've gotten the name from the insurance company, but there's no Scottish Widows in the United States, so
suck it, Scottish Widows Insurance Company.
You're old. You can say that on the air.
So have you guys been in the music business for a long time individually, or are you just getting into this in later life?
Well, I'll tell you what. How's this for... Michael and I have been playing together on and off, mostly on, for the last 36 years. Longer than Christ walked the earth. We've been playing together.
Bless you, my son.
In one way or another. So, yeah, we've been at it.
At your first show, right?
That's right. We played the Dance of the Seven Veils. And
we got a lot of years between the 4 of us.
I saw that on the rerun, that show.
Playing over 30 years.
Yeah, we've been doing this a long, long time.
And then I was born.
And now you're doing it for the fun, yeah?
No.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
But, what? People say to me all the time, they go on the Facebook page, and they're like, hey, rock star. And I get mad because I'm like, I'm not a rock star, I'm playing rock star. That's the best part about it is, like I said, we don't take ourselves that seriously. When we do this, we do it with every ounce of professionalism, integrity, and the amount of energy, but when we get the feedback, we don't sit there like we need to show up in a limo or have this notoriety. We are doing it for the experience and the love of music, really. And damn the consequences. When it comes our way, we're happy to be doing it. We're happy to be waking up every day at this point.
We take the music very seriously.
Not each other.
And the performance and this and that. But I mean, being in our age, I mean, how serious, you're not going to see any of us like wearing spandex and, trying to get
not a pretty sight, guys. Hey, not a pretty sight.
Yeah, it would not be a pretty sight,
Speak for yourself.
The music is taken very seriously.
I was.
But, the rest is like, who's a rock star? Come on.
Define rock star,
We're on this ride right now to see where it goes, and every day we go somewhere else is something good for us. We're not sitting here saying we need a deal, we need to be signed. We're just going with it and having a good time.
Yeah.
We're really pleased that Loop Radio, we're here at the beginning of your rise to fame,
Oh, we love you guys.
You
guys are great.
We're very much taken back by the reaction and most importantly the support from the station. You guys make us look good. I have to say.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
no, you guys are good, believe me.
I've been in internet radio myself, and we'll leave right there. But you guys make us look really good, and we couldn't be more appreciative of Loop and of the fans of Loop. You guys have been very good to us, and we thank you for that.
We love you guys.
Yeah, we
Thank
do.
you.
We've enjoyed listening to the other bands that you play on the radio station also.
Yeah, we linked up with Lion's name Leo as a result of being.
I love Kill for Eden. Kill for Eden is they're just awesome.
I've got them. I've got them on my show on Wednesday. I did an interview with them last week, so that I've got them up on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday on my show. So brilliant band.
If it wasn't for Loop, I would have never heard them. So you know.
So it's great that there's people out there like yourself doing this, and
it's a revival of the scene again. That there's other bands out there that are not being corporately spoon-fed to the public.
Yeah, over and over.
This is what it's all about. I mean, the other thing about Loop Radio is that all the presenters, they're all musicians themselves. You know, they're all artists, and we've all been through it, and we all know what goes on. So, you know, we just like giving our support. We give our support to independent music, and that's what it's all about, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we applaud you and we appreciate it.
Yes.
And we appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you, I'd be sitting here playing myself in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So we're glad you're here.
Do you have any videos or 8x10 glossies of that?
We are Skyping. We can do that together.
I'll pay. Top dollar.
Yeah. They're on sale in the foyer.
Okay.
Outstanding.
So the next one that we got from you is a track called "Drive Me Crazy." So what's this one about?
I wrote that out.
Drive me crazy.
I'm going to walk out of the room now. I'll be back.
Drive me crazy. Well, let's see. We had the music, and the music came together really quick. And I have a problem, you know, putting words to my music. So me and Al, we were in the studio, and the song is about our previous singer was always having arguments with his girlfriend. And so the first half of that song is really about that. They actually were perfect for each other, but they would kill each other all the time. And so we morphed the first half of the song into the second half of the song being our fans, and that's what you got. It starts off as a song about a couple, and then it finishes, we're actually singing the song to the fans in the audience. And
the story kind of gravitates because he keeps telling her, like, you know, I gotta go play, you know. And so that first half they're fighting all the time, and then in the second half he kind of, you know, he gets to the show. And now
you said you wanna work it out. Come the morning, and now you have your doubts. You say I make you feel so low. Talk to you later, 'cause babe I got to go. You drive me crazy. I drive you mad. But we know better. We're the best we've ever had.
That's Drive Me Crazy there from the Scottish Widows. What another brilliant track. That's two brilliant tracks from you. So you've been together a while now, you guys. I guess you've got this thing down pat. So what is your writing process? How do you put a track together?
Well,
tell me the secrets of your writing process.
It's actually, I'll get the phone call from Carl, and he'll be like, I'm sitting in my backyard smoking a cigar, and I just beatbox 2 songs into my phone. Hopefully I can remember the melody when I get down to the studio, and we can take it from there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is actually,
That's it.
That's once he gets that melody in his head, he'll come down with something, and then all 4 of us will just start picking at it and putting pieces in, and we'll play it out for Eric. Eric will start jotting down some lyrics. Al is really the professor of it all. Al will dissect it and start,
Inserting.
telling us, the key changes that need to be there, or, if we need to add a part here or a part there. But it's
funny because we call ourselves a band of brothers, and the creative process really pushes that point home. Now, granted, we're not the Gallagher brothers or the Davies brothers. We don't come to blows, but it does get sometimes very heated in
over
there.
the word the.
Over a word or over we're going to do a 1-beat rest, and it's like, you can't do it, it's impossible, and then you work at it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that's beautiful. Why
Yeah,
didn't I
listen,
hear
Eric,
that?
we're going to call the band Scottish Widows. No bands are called the Scottish Widows. No bands use the. Yeah, you're right, Carl. No, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. They don't do that. No. What about the Who? No, you're right. That's our argument.
But it never comes to blows. Well, not
It
yet.
never comes to
and then
We never draw blood.
I'm not trying. I'm walking out on this interview right
The
now.
Allman Brothers? No.
That's actually
So-
the album, Ken.
The Van Halen.
Is Drive Me Crazy. That was the first single that we released.
Okay, so what's the what are your influences? You said you used to do you were a covers band. What did you used to cover? What sort of music? Obviously, not what sort of music, but what sort of bands?
We like to say we came from the classic rock era. All the
They did.
Led Zeppelin was very big. Paul's very blues oriented, more like Gary Moore, Joe Bonamassa.
Michael Schenker is what I grew up on. Anything UFO is the only thing I listened to as a kid, and
I was
as I got older,
brilliant.
it was just more
Yeah,
blues.
brilliant band.
Al is very progressive. Al's very much into Rush, very much in, Al, if you can't twist the fretboard around to do a run, then it's not worth it. So that's basically.
But I also, my big influences were not only, I love all that kind of stuff, Rush, yes, even Asia and stuff, but even I'm very big on the melodic stuff. I love, absolutely, first love, Beatles, but I also loved like a lot of the new wave stuff, Elvis Costello, Squeeze, stuff like that. It's really a wide variety. I'll sit in the house too and, listen to jazz and classical too. Your music is a wonderful thing. All genres, I love it.
I came into the band in November, December. That's when I was walking out of I was simultaneously in a cover band, and they had always been known. They had a reputation out here in New York for for being a classic rock cover band. And when I came in, they were playing the Doors and the Allman Brothers and Aerosmith. And, Train Kept a Rollin' and, Whippin' Post, ZZ Top.
Yeah.
And I came in and I was like, hey, I've got some Creed and, some Stone Temple Pilots and Pearl Jam, and even as, obscure as, Darius Rucker. I'm a big redneck, so I like my country. So, a very different influence came in. And it's a nice hodgepodge because we come from so many different backgrounds to create the sound that we have. But one thing that we said right out of the gate is the sound of this band, the driving force behind this band, and don't get a big head, is Carl's guitar. That the sound of his guitar, the way he riffs out, is what we have to write around and where we base the sound of this band on. So it definitely is a throwback to where rock kind of began. It's a deviation, without a doubt, away from the rock scene today with alternative rock and this, that, and the other. I mean, we're crossing the lines between Buck Cherry and Zeppelin. We're kind of crossing streams like that. STP and like I said,
nobody's mentioned Thin Lizzy yet.
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
Nobody's mentioned Thin Lizzy. What's going on?
We love Thin Lizzy.
I was just going to say that.
We used to do a cover version of Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Really?
we love them too.
We held on to two of the covers that we, I won't let them go. Let those songs go. And Train Kept It Rolling by Aerosmith and Whipping Post by Allman Brothers. It is an anchor of where we came from, and I like to see where we progressed into. So we're on a hell of a journey right now, and people are reacting well, specifically out by you guys. I can't believe the reaction we're getting over in the UK.
It's pretty much exactly what it says it is. We're a guitar-driven hard rock band.
Yeah, and that's what people love to hear. I mean, especially in the UK, as you say, it's still a big rock community in the UK, and here in France too. It's basic rock. Although there's a lot of trance and stuff over here as well. But
you guys are keeping it alive. Thank God for that.
You really are, because the rock scene here that we're trying to revitalize it, especially in New York and New Jersey, and it's just a damn struggle. And to hear this music being played, not just ours, but all rock music in the UK and in Melbourne, and even down in the Dominican Republic, to see people get up and go to shows and download music and just completely keep this scene going is exciting. I just wish we could get a damn plane and come out there and play in those areas. That would be even better. Just pay for my room and board, and I'm there.
Well, yeah. I mean, in a couple of years, you never know. You might be getting a deal. They might be flying you over here.
That would be. That's the dream.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So, what does the future hold for you? You're finishing off your album at the moment.
Geriatric care, probably.
Geriatric care. Yeah.
We're gonna, as Carl breaks down, we're gonna be sliding steel rods in him and turning lots and have a gerbil running through a wheel to keep him going, because you got to keep them figures moving.
We're targeting December 13th as our release date for the album.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
That's our big goal right now.
12, 13, 14.
We have 4 really really good tracks that we think are going to blow away the 3 tracks that we have out now. Hopefully we're kicking around the idea of a video shoot. So, well,
that's happening. We're not kicking around. We're definitely doing it. It's just a question of finding a schedule.
I mean,
we're, at the end of the day, we're still weekend warriors at this. We all have full-time jobs like everybody else in the indie industry, and to find the time in between, especially with our age, we got families and kids are involved, and et cetera. And when Al's not traveling up to Canada to see his girlfriend, or Carl's not at work, or I'm stuck at my job for a double, we got to work around those adversities to get this product out there. But we're doing it, and we're not going to give up. That's for sure.
So, am I right in thinking that you're a cop? You're a cop, aren't you, Rick?
Holy crap! I'm not. I plead the Fifth Amendment. Oh wait, you're in the UK. There is no Fifth Amendment. Shit. Yeah, it's my day job, but it's I'm not law.
Do you get a lot?
I'm actually looking to
get a lot of. Sorry, do you get a lot of support from that community, from the guys on the force and stuff?
When we put it out there, and if there's alcohol attached to it, they're all over it. It's a good release. Rock and roll and a nice pint will definitely satisfy the boy in blue. It's a stressful environment, and this is a good reprieve and a great outlet to get this out of your system. When you're dealing with the public today, everybody is as I'm sure in America, everybody's very dramatic over trivialities, and that's something that when you get in the studio, you take it out on the microphone.
We've seen Blue Bloods. We know what it's all about.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. There you go. So, but hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be making the transition over into music production permanently. I'm trying to get away from the whole civil service thing. It's just not where my heart is. My heart's actually doing this stuff. So
Excellent.
We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You should look forward to it. We had a great compliment the night at a gig, the fella said, because we played a lot of the new material that we're about to record, and he said, "I love your stuff. Every song has a personality of its own." So
Well,
we're
you
very
can't say better
excited.
than that, can you?
Yeah.
And definitely, a friend of mine just reached out to me and was like, "How come you're not answering the phone?" I said, "Oh, I'm on an interview with Loop," and they're like, "Oh, I know Loop Radio." So the
wow.
finger Loop have extended well out into the New York area. I can promise you that. We've been working hard at that,
great.
getting the word out there.
Oh, well, thank
So,
you. Excellent. Thanks for that.
Thank you,
We
Ken.
really
I guess-
appreciate it.
And thank you guys enough for the support.
So the last track we've got is Can You Feel It? And what's this one about?
That's about my adventures in the bedroom. And that's what the girls always say. I can't.
And their
I'm like,
answer
"Can you
is
feel
no."
it?" And they usually say no. So
Actually,
You met my wife, have you?
hey, relax.
Actually, if he would grace us for a moment, he had me hysterical when we were in the studio recording this, and he just for some reason said, "I'm going to go in the booth and I'm going to sing this song like Arnold Schwarzenegger was singing it."
Come on, can you feel it? Come on, stop being such a pussy. Come on, do it,
I cried
do it,
for like
sing
an
it,
hour
I'm
and a
here,
half.
I'm here, come on.
And he's by the microphone. He's like, "Can you feel it?
Can you
Play it
feel
loud.
Come
Can you
on.
feel it? Let it out."
Come on.
So
Kenny, you see what we're dealing with here, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Let us out on the weekends.
Come on, feel me, here, I'm here. Can you feel me, Kenny, I'm here.
It's the wonder you get anything done.
So the song is about Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Can you feel it?
this nasty divorce. with
Play it
Liv
loud.
Schreiber.
Can you hear it? Play it loud. Can you feel it? Let it out. I can feel it as I'm racing down the road tonight. Can you hear it? Play it loud. Can you feel it? Let it out. I can feel it as I'm racing down the road tonight to my destination. And I won't stop till the morning light. They want an invitation. Can you hear it? Play it loud. Can you feel it? Let it out. No looking in my rearview tonight. Don't need to see what I'm leaving behind. Moving right through to the end of the line. I don't care what's ahead. I don't care where to find. No looking in my rearview tonight. Don't need to see what I'm leaving behind. Moving right through to the end of the line. I don't care what's ahead. I don't care where to find. Can you hear it? Play it loud. Can you feel it? Let it out. Can you hear it? Play it loud. Can you feel it? Let it out. I can feel it as I'm racing down the road tonight to my destination.
Yes, I can't wait to hear this.
That's That's the Can You Feel It by the Scottish Widows who are live in the... These guys are crazy, do you know what I mean? They're just...
Can you feel it by the Scottish Widows? Come on, download it, you son of a bitch. Come on.
I'll be back. You can't... You can't believe these guys. These are so funny. This is it's one of the best interviews I've done, I think. Yeah. So you're
Who are you people? I'm like Sanilli.
We're looking at the computer with our glasses on right now.
Is this Milli Vanilli? So the new album's out in December, maybe. Are you still gigging? You still got lots of gigs on, or how? 13th.
December 13th, 2014. We did that on purpose. 12, 13, 14.
Oh, excellent.
The release date.
Yeah.
So where are you?
13, 12, 14, right?
You'll be 13 on when?
I don't remember those
On
days.
the other side of the pond, it's 13, 12,
when you
14.
no, out here we'll usually do like the month, the date, and the year. Over there it's the day, the month, and the year, right?
Right.
So for you guys
I
it's
know
13, 12, 14. For us it's 12, 13, 14.
But either way, the Mayans are coming back.
we call the Mayans.
I don't even know what the day. I don't know what the day is. You know.
Is already packed in the back of my caravan.
So do you gig a lot around New York, or do you gig all over the states, or where do you do your live stuff?
We started in New York, New Jersey area. We're branching out locally.
Called the tri-state area.
Have you played at the Bada Bing?
We're trying to get out. Believe me, branch out as much as we can. I mean, there's not like a foreseeable quote unquote tour of like being away for months at a time because we've got responsibilities here. It would be great, but we are definitely gonna, like, if we get a call to go down, we're trying to, like, Al has his girlfriend is up in Canada. We're definitely trying to book a show up in Quebec right now, which would be an 8-hour drive there, 8-hour back. And for me, it's worth it. I would just love it for the experience. Playing in front of a completely different audience, completely different influence. So we're trying to do stuff like that.
We try to stick out our 2 shows a month type thing, play in the New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area. We're trying now, the hard circuit to break in here is in New York City, the actual city. So, we're trying to develop the following to allow us to book shows in New York City. But, it's a timely process. You gotta get out there. People gotta see your faces. You gotta make friends with everyone. And it's a little harder for us because all of our friends who are our ages, no one goes out on the weekends
You got the kids.
to see a band that, so we have to try to
You have to go into their house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll play your barbecue cheap. But, I mean, we got that. Like I said, one of the concepts that we've been selling on our T-shirts and everything is we sell the concept of the band of brothers. We try to also get out there and play just so we can meet other musicians. We get behind other musicians. We support them on radio and even in gigs and shows. We've linked up with a band called Knucklebone out here, and they're large as life. And great guys, and we look at each other as family and not so much as, that's another band. There is no competition. So that's another reason we like getting out there and playing, is we get to meet so many great people that share the same passions and views of what we're doing.
And we're fortunate enough to do a few support roles for some good nationals coming through.
Yeah.
Faster Pussycat from the 80s, Mike Tramp, the singer from White Lion,
Eric
Martin from Mr. Big. We opened up shows for them, so we're hoping that, some of these nationals come through town and we can get on more shows with them. And
Streisand's coming in December. So
I've got to see that one.
Mitzvah. Yeah.
Cheap, like I said, cheap. We'll work for.
Well, we hope you'll come back when you're rich and famous and do another show with us here on Loop Radio.
I'll tell you what, we'll come back when we're not rich and famous.
We hope you have us back when we're still poor slobs.
Come on, Kenny. I made no money. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mikey, for Carl, for Al, and for Eric, the awesome, true there, the Scottish Widows, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kenny. We appreciate everything you do.
Thank you so much.
I love you, Kenny.
You are listening to Luke Radio.
Come on, listen to Luke Radio. Come on, do it now, you son of a bitch.